Today we are going to be exploring an area known for having one of the deadliest lakes in the world. Welcome to Tanzania's Lake Natron. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm great.
My name is McCoy.
I'm Adam.
Nice to meet you.
Ian is the one hiding behind the camera.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. So before we go exploring one of the world's deadliest lakes later on, we're with our Maasai guide here. This is McCoy. And he's going to be helping us explore the area a little bit. So right now we're heading to a waterfall inside the edge of the mountain here, which you'll see is supposed to be very beautiful. Ina's going to take a nice fresh dip.
Yeah.
But right now, these roads, it's one way to wake you up in the morning. So McCoy was just telling us they take the salt from the lake here. You can see it sometimes in these, in these big bags of salt that they're selling to people. They use it for a lot of different things, obviously preserving and also for the cows. The cows somehow like salt. But what I found interesting is they also use it for snake bites. If a snake bites you, they'll cut the flesh out, and then when it's bleeding, they'll basically then fill the hole with salt to like sterilize the wound. It sounds horrific. It sounds very painful.
Do you see here?
Yeah.
I was bitten by a snake and,
really?
and they cut and they put the salt to me.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, 1 week I was big, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
After 1 week. What kind of snake? A venomous one?
Yeah.
Shall we buy some salt and just carry it with us?
Let's just not get bit by snakes.
Well, we are here. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I like a good hike. How long is it? 30 minutes?
From here?
Yeah.
45 minutes.
45 minutes up in flip-flops apparently.
45 minutes to go.
See how it goes. That's not my advice, that's his advice.
The waterfall is actually named after the river here. So it's Ngare Sero River, which translated means the river with no direction. So
And
it's
we called it
the confused river. It means it's very winding. It just doesn't go in like one specific direction. So welcome to the confused river. So he's now going to check the depth of the water because this is where the path ends. We have to walk in the river now.
I really hope this is not deep.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
We have to go in there. Ah! I feel like I should do this without shoes. It's not so bad.
That's fine. Alright, so yesterday was the treacherous river crossing in the 4x4 and now it's on
My
foot. So we're letting McCoy go first.
Wait.
So he falls in the holes first and we don't follow. I think this is another lifetime first.
What?
Just wading through a waterfall.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try and do this bit now. Welcome to Ngare Sero Waterfall. Swim here at this waterfall if you want to. We chose not to. We sat here, enjoyed, relaxed. It's a beautiful place to come. From the time that you park the car to the time that you get here will take you anywhere from about 45 minutes up to an hour, hour and a bit, depending on how often you're stopping and taking pictures like we do. If you just hike and push, then 45 minutes. And it's a pretty easy route. You do, however, have to come with a local member of the community. That's kind of part of most of the activities here when you're in this area. It's supporting the local community, so you don't go anywhere by yourself. You want to come here, you bring one of these guys. You want to go to the lake, you go with one of the guys. You want to go and see the footprints, you go with one of these guys. So that's it for now. We're going to head back now, and we're heading over to one of the world's most dangerous lakes.
That was the last river crossing. So now everything should be dry, but there was a point where I went this deep. But also I guess it depends on the season, because right now we are in the sort of like slightly rainier season, even though it doesn't rain here much. The water is coming from Ngorongoro, so you don't know.
Yeah. Right, let's go. And once again, before we move on, I just want to mention the fact that we are here all because of this beast provided to us by Shilashi Car Rental in Arusha. They are one of only 3 car rental self-drive companies in Arusha, family business, and they have everything from your normal everyday cars up to these bad boys which will take you to beautiful places like this. Let's move on.
What's happening?
So yesterday when we came through, they didn't have network here for the card reader. This is Tanzanian Wildlife Service. So today the network is back, so they're able to, but it's not a 4G connection or whatever. So basically we have to follow the gentleman with the card machine to go to a nearby lodge so that he can get network. I can pay and then we can continue with our time here. But I have to say, and this is in no way a knock on any other country, but the guys here, the ranger who's at the office that you have to pay to, he's so friendly. He's one of the nicest rangers I think I've ever met. A very, very friendly guy. So he said, you know, we are in the business of hospitality. We have to look after our guests, you know?
Come and pay it tomorrow.
Exactly.
Who's your friend?
The baby cow.
Oh. Tell me what's in that bush, because I can't see
I just nearly ran over a giraffe.
There.
Yeah,
Oh, we can't see
We
this.
can go there, right there, and you can
Okay.
come down.
Alright, let's just
But
pick
basically,
it up.
I nearly ran over a giraffe. He ran away. He's going now. Bye. Sorry. My name is Adam. Sarah, nice to meet you, Sarah.
Make friends.
There's an Elizabeth, which is the same name as my mother, and there's a Maria, which is almost Malia. Alright, so this is the point we leave the vehicle, but it's fine because we have half the community waiting around the car, waiting to sell us bracelets for when we get back. And we're now walking out towards the lake bed. That's as far as we can come with the vehicle. We are gonna go and get closer to this apparently dangerous lake and see what it has to offer us. So we are here at Lake Natron. Just to clear up a few things with this having this reputation as being one of the world's most dangerous lakes. It's a little bit exaggerated. Essentially, the lake itself has a very slow water supply and it gets very, very hot here, which means that the water evaporates very, very quickly, and the water is coming from the mountain, so it's alkali, which means the alkalinity of this lake is somewhere between pH 9 and pH 12. So almost nothing can live inside of this lake except some certain organisms, and I think McCoy, who is now behind the camera, can confirm there's some fish inside, right?
Yeah, there's some small fish.
Yeah, so some fish have adapted to the alkalinity of the lake, but essentially the reason it got its name as well is that if something dies, like one of these birds dies and it falls in the water, it will essentially be embalmed by the salt and preserved, so it creates these kind of like mummified birds.
I think we should include one.
Yeah, so
Try
we'll
and
include
include
some
one.
pictures of those now. So yeah, that is Lake Natron. Thank you. I don't know if you can actually see just how many flamingos are here, but they start from here and they work all the way around the horizon, all the way to around here. When they did a survey last year, right, September 2022, they counted somehow, I still don't know how they counted them, they counted 2.5 million flamingos, which I am going to go ahead and say is probably more flamingos than I've ever seen before. What do you reckon?
Yeah, think they counted them one by one.
They had like a ticket machine. They each had to take a
No,
ticket.
they just filled the form, babe.
It's true, they did like a census. So yeah, 2.5 million flamingos. Obviously, season depending, I'm sure it changes, but that is a lot of flamingos. So if you're into flamingos and very alkali lakes, head to Lake Natron now. Oh wow!
Quick! Ah!
And just like that, this part of the lake is now empty, thanks to this aeroplane up here. Thanks, mate. Now, another cool thing about this lake, we are going to go and find some ancient footprints that were discovered just a few years ago here by the lake.
I want this one for 10.
So these guys, fair play, literally you drive up, there's no houses around here by the way, like we're just in the middle of the lake. We pulled up and within a minute, these guys are here with their goods to sell. And it's fascinating, like this is the hustle here. The village, I don't know if you can see, it's all the way in the background over there. In the morning, they come down here, they wait under the trees for a couple of tourists to come along like us and hope that they can make some money. Now, we travel a lot and we can't buy always, but we do like to try and support whenever we can. So Ina is currently haggling for a beaded giraffe because it's actually something we haven't seen before. They're making like the giraffe out of the beads. So she's talking to them and seeing what kind of deal they'll do her. Show me what you got.
I got Malia loves rainbows. She loves giraffes too, so I think Malia, you're gonna like this. You're not here with us. I know you would pick this one.
Wait, hold it still. That's cute.
Yeah, I paid 10k, 10,000 shillings. That's okay.
That's very good.
It's okay, and I'm not buying any more bracelets.
No more bracelets.
Cannot. I got this from Namibia and I wear them until they break and then that's it. I don't usually buy any others, but this is cute, so.
Okay.
Let's go.
20. Where we are right now is the site of the Ngare Sero footprints, very famous footprint. If you just walk in here and look at it, you wouldn't think anything of it. It almost just looks like a parking lot or something. But as you look closer, there's a series of footprints. Now the sign there says 120,000 years old that they've been dated to. We were looking at some information online. Apparently that's now been updated. They've now found, by doing like soil analysis, they're estimating that it was between 5 and 19,000 years old, which is still pretty impressive. But this is an area where back in our ancient times, some people were passing through here. One of which is a running footprint, which is a perfect size of my feet. Wait, where have they gone? Like that.
Yeah. Can you run to the next step?
Where's the next one?
But how cool is this?
Very cool. Very cool. I really would like to be able to rewind time and actually see what was going on, like the people that were passing through here at the time. We are absolutely cooked. I really want to be in the shade right now, but Makoi has very kindly offered to show us his boma, his home, and we couldn't pass up the opportunity to experience somebody's place of residence. So welcome to Casa La Makoi. Back, and we were absolutely fried. We spent most of the day outside. We're definitely feeling it by the end of the day, but it was still really nice to go and visit Makoi's home. We met his wife and his new little baby, congratulations, and also learned a little bit more about the Maasai culture here, because there are some differences between the Maasai culture here in Tanzania and from what we've been told is the Maasai culture in Kenya. So it was really interesting to get to know the differences. Kenyan Maasais, if you're watching this, maybe you can tell me if this is something that you guys do, because I have never heard of it before. They have a system whereby the man cannot eat in front of his wife until they have completed a certain ceremony after a certain number of years, usually around 6 years, 8 years after marriage. Very interesting to see the contrast between Tanzanian Maasais and Kenyan Maasais. We had an amazing day. It was very, very nice going and seeing the Flamingos and visiting one of the world's deadliest lakes, which actually turns out to really not be that deadly. And of course, visiting the waterfall this morning. It was a really unique experience, one that we would definitely recommend that you do. Something that we want to point out as well, whether you're going to the lake, going anywhere in this area, it is expected that you do so with a local guide. This supports the local community. McCoy, who we had today, was amazing. He said apparently there are other guides that speak various languages from around the world. So if you're from France or Germany or wherever, just tell your hotel or lodge when you're booking and they will be able to organize that for you. We are going to link up McCoy's number in the description down below so you can actually contact him directly. These guys do not take the money for themselves. If you want a tip, that's up to you. But the main fee will always go to the community. Anything you want to add over there?
All I want to say is we're chilling now here. Right now we're just keeping low, catching up on some work. And then in the morning, before we continue with our journey, we'll take you guys around and show you where we are.
Can you show them your tan line?
Yes, here.
Or should I say a burn line?
Maybe put some sunscreen on before you go out in Africa.
Yeah. See you later. I'm not ready to be awake right now.
We haven't had our morning coffee yet.
We have not, but we are getting ready to leave the wonderful Africa Safari Lake Natron. We realized we haven't really shown you guys around the property so much. Let's show you guys around a little bit more.
So what you guys have seen there, that is the restaurant. It has an amazing view of Lake Natron, and here is the swimming pool. Really beautiful view with Aldonia just there in the background.
Alright, and let's show you guys the style of room that we're currently staying in. Here at Africa Safari Lake Natron, they have three main accommodation types. They're very simple tents, which is, you know, a no-frills budget option. Then they have the cottages, which is what we're currently staying in, and then they have their deluxe tents, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But right now, the cottage. So as you can see, big spacious rooms. You've got a double bed and a single bed over here. Big bathroom and shower through there. Very simple, but clean, nice, tidy rooms. And they've been very, very comfortable for us. And finally, we have their sort of deluxe safari tents here, which I actually think are quite cool. From the outside, they look like a safari tent. From the inside, I almost feel like I'm in a Scandinavian cottage in the mountains. It's very woody and kind of earthy. They're really nice little spaces. This one right here is the family tent. Let's have a look around. Well, that about does it for our time here at the beautiful Lake Natron. Actually, we've got a nice overcast day today, which is perfect for driving. Speaking of driving, once again, thank you to Shilashi Car Rental. These guys have provided us with our 4x4 for this adventure. They do everything from city cars to camping vehicles, and they're one of only 3 in Arusha that are actually letting you self-drive. So we'll put their information in the description. But now we're going to hit the road and head further up into the beautiful Serengeti as this adventure in Tanzania continues. And again, the reason we are here doing this trip is we're planning for next year to be hosting an escape here in Tanzania and Zanzibar with our business Where Next Escapes. At Where Next Escapes, we take groups of amazing people on adventures all around the world. There's going to be hiking, there's going to be safaris, there's going to be water activities and all the things in between.
Cultural stuff.
Definitely cultural stuff. But we're going to link up Where Next Escapes down below. If you're interested in joining us in Tanzania and Zanzibar next year, September, get in touch and be ready for the adventure.
All right, I think that's it for now. We'll see you guys on the next one.